Okay, so I'm really excited for this video because in this one, I will be making my very first TBR jar. I got this cute little vase at Goodwill, and I printed myself out some TBR prompts. My printer is not great, so they don't all look very good, but that's fine because they're not supposed to be like the most gorgeous things in the world. They're just supposed to be for me and for fun. So I will link where I got these down in my description box so that if you like them, you can also use them. And yeah, we're just gonna talk a little bit about some of the prompts that are on here and about my TBR and making my first TBR jar while we cut these out and make the TBR jar, which is absolutely insane to me that I've never done this before. I see so many people making TBR jars and I'm so jealous of them. Yeah, so I'm just gonna jump right into it and start cutting these out and we'll chit chat a little bit. Yee! Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is cut all of these out, which is 100% going to take absolutely forever. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch all of that. That would be torture. But I would love to talk about some of the like cool ones that are in here, like published the year you were born. That one is a cool one. I don't know if I even have any books that were published the year I was born. From your least read genre, I like that one because I just never really pick from my least read genre. An author's debut is a pretty good one too. You know what? I can probably cut more than one page at a time, huh? Ooh, this one's pretty. This one has some pretty good ones too, like Set in a Different Country, Library Loan. I like those ones. A bestseller. That one is so vague. Ooh, published this year. That's a good one. Recommended by a friend is a good one. Ooh, a classic. I was going to say I don't know if I have any classics, but I have Little Women. Does that count as a classic? I don't know if that counts as a classic. So these are super cute. I actually found them on Pinterest, but they are from this cute little blog. And I did not have to pay for them. They were free to download. I absolutely forget what the blog is called. I feel so bad that I forget what it's called. But I will include it in the description because I feel like somebody else is going to love how cute these are. Ooh, a translated book. That's a good one. A book with a season in the title. That's a good one. Has an epilogue. You wouldn't really know that until you're reading it, though, would you? Has a prologue. You see, you wouldn't know that until you're reading it, though. Would you? I don't know. I feel like I don't look for a prologue or an epilogue before I open up a book and read it. And I know that there is a lot of like disagreements on whether people like epilogues or prologue, like specifically epilogues. I've heard a lot of like hate on epilogues. But I like epilogues. Like, I generally like epilogues. There are definitely some epilogues that are not needed. But I like epilogues usually. And I know that people don't like the epilogues that are like the romance epilogues. It will be like that the female main character like finds out that she's pregnant or something like that. Like, I don't mind those. I kind of like them. I'm somebody who doesn't mind when somebody starts a family. So I don't really tend to mind them. But, you know, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So I'm not gonna hate on others for their opinions. But also, you don't have to read the epilogue. I know that some people might say that if you don't read it, you didn't really finish the book. I disagree with that. The epilogue, I feel, is optional. I feel that it's not part of like the actual book. It's like an optional part. It's like it's like what do you call it? The extra stuff on top of a meal. The oh my gosh, I can't think of the word now. I thought of it and then it immediately left again. But the fancy stuff. The like it's not meant to be eaten, but it can be eaten, but it's just for looks. Like, you don't have to read it. It's just there to like fancy it up. I feel like it's like that. So like, you don't have to read an epilogue if you really don't want to. Just do whatever you want to. It's your reading experience. But yeah, I'm gonna clean these up and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I have finished cutting all of them out. It took a little while. And I have divided them into like ones that are definitely going in. And these ones are ones that I don't really think I'm going to use. They're either ones that like I know I don't have in my TBR right now, or ones that just don't interest me at all. Like ones that I just like an audiobook. I don't listen to audiobooks. So I'm not going to put that one in there because I'm not going to listen to an audiobook. So I cut them out so that I could keep them just in case I want to add them in later. Like library loan, I don't have any library books right now, and I don't plan on getting any library loans until my TBR has lessened by a lot. But I'll keep it so that I can add it in at a later date. So we're just gonna slip these up here and keep them for later. But we're gonna fold these up and throw them in here. And the first one is in. And some of these were actually really cool. Some of them were very vague. Like one of them just said hardcover. Some of them are like a blue cover, a pink cover. So I think that sometimes when I just really don't know what to read, I want to pick, and if it gives me a really vague one like that, like a hardcover, I want to pick again and get like really specific. So like if I pick a hardcover and then I reach back in again and I pick like, I'm just gonna pick a random, I got them everywhere, but I'll just pick a random one. So I get a hardcover and then also has food or drink on the cover. Like, that will narrow it down a lot. I literally have one single book on my entire shelf that is a hardcover and has food or drink on the cover. So, like, I think that would be kind of cool to try doing it that way a couple times. Like, this one says a bestseller. Like, that's really big. So I think that would be kind of a cool way to do it. This one, title starts with the, which sounds like you wouldn't have a lot of them, but you would be amazed at how many books start with the. How many books? The Outsider, The Silent Corner, The Silent Patient, The Only One Left, The Woman in Cabin 10, The Shining. Like, a lot of books start with the. But these are so, so cute. I really hope that there is room for all of these. This is a lot. My hands are cramping from cutting all of these out. This one is cool. Has been adapted to a movie. I feel like that could be like almost any of my Stephen King books. Like, It is a movie. Pet Sematary is a movie. Salem's Lot is multiple movies. The Shining is a movie. Carrie is a movie. Cujo is a movie. The Outsider is a movie. 1922 is a movie. Like, I feel like so many of his books have been turned into movies. They're just that good. They're just that good. This one is funny. Has a boring cover. I feel like I don't buy a whole lot of books with boring covers, though, because I'm somebody who 100% judges a book by its cover. But I'm going to fold a bunch of these up and put them in here, and I will come back when I have most of them in there. So I'll see you in a little bit. So we're down to our last ones. This jar is so full. Oh, I was so nervous that they wouldn't be able to fit in here. I thought I was gonna have to go get a bigger one. But there goes the last one. They are all in, and they do still shake up pretty well. I can't fit my hand in super well, but I can still mix them around kind of well, so yay! There is my very first TBR jar. I am so excited to have this, and I'm so excited to use it to get through my TBR. I think that this will make it so much more fun. This is going to add so much fun to my reading routine, and I am so excited. But I would love to hear about your TBR jars and how you like to do your TBR jar. I know some people will write down the titles of their books in their TBR jar. Some people have like little tiny versions of their books in their TBR jar. I do not have the time for that, but I absolutely love that, and I wish I had the time for that. But this is my TBR jar, and I am absolutely in love with it. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but a little shaking ASMR there. I'm so excited to use this. You will be seeing it again, so don't miss it too much. That is all I really have for you this time. We will put this right here on our shelf, and I will see you next time. I am going to go eat dinner, go watch a movie, and go to bed. So, goodbye. I will see you next time.